The Indianapolis Colts coaches love what Anthony Richardson just did in minicamp, OTAs, as you prepare for training camp. And you got to be excited if you're a Colts fan because we know it comes down to Anthony Richardson. If he's really good and what he can be, and we look at just that little sampling he did last year, it's like, man, this team could be really good. If he's not, then it's just like he's not, right? So if you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel all about teams and stories that don't get the love nationally like they should. And before we get started, let me know in the comments. Help me out, Indianapolis Colts fans. When I think of an Indianapolis Colts, I think of Indiana, obviously, that you live in Indiana. But I think Colts fans are spread out throughout the country more than they ever have been. And I mean, Indiana's a big state, first of all. So I mean, there's a ton of fans. But let me know in the comments where you are, where you're a fan of. Like, do you live in Florida and you're a fan of the Colts? Because again, COVID, maybe people moved. Like, where you at? Let me know in the comments. Because I don't know. Are you in Terre Haute? Are you in Angola? Okay, let me know. All right, so here's what Anthony Richardson just did that I love. Shane Steichen said he has been impressed in one key area of his development. Just accelerated his vision stuff. Mechanics are obviously a part of it, but I think just accelerated vision, knowing where to go with the football and when to go with the football. Going through your reads, different coverages can dictate where the ball gets thrown. He does a good job with that, knowing where to go with the ball. So keep doing that at a high level, which is pretty interesting because the Lions, for example, they've got Hendon Hooker, rookie last year, kind of somewhat comparable, not really even, but point is he came off an injury and he's getting playing time and he's not doing well. He's struggling, so this is not just like, a foregone conclusion. This is really good and really important to see that reads are there, like the physical stuff, like he's got. So to hear the mental stuff that Steichen is impressed in that's huge. Even after undergoing surgery and missing all that stuff at that time, Steichen knows that Richardson's mechanics are smooth. He's been on it fundamentally wise. He's a compact guy type, really good feet, quick feet, which is good to see. But the arm motion looks good, looks real good out there. So no concerns. So mechanics are good. Mental side, again, this is OTAs, mini camps, stuff that no pads on, and he's not going to get hit anyway in practice. We get that, but the point is, he is already developing things that you're like, dude, thank you. That's what we need to see. We don't want to be here Steichen being like, yeah, you know what? Just need to work on that in training camp. It's like, no, let's get all this basic stuff. It's more than basic, but all this fundamental stuff, let's get that taken care of, which he did going into training camp. Because remember, Anthony Richardson scored 7 touchdowns in his first 3 NFL games. I mean, just 2 players in the last 30 years recorded more TDs in their first 3 professional outings. Patrick Mahomes, 10, and Marcus Mariota, 8. Unfortunately, he only, obviously got injured. But the 6'4", 244-pounder simply has to do a better job protecting himself, and he has and he has to make strides as a passer. So these are all things we know that you can protect yourself more, and he will. And just that's what we talk about Steichen saying, like he has got the passing fundamentals way improved, and he's impressed by that. And it's like, thank you. That's what you're looking for if you are a Colts fan, because Anthony Richardson had the 3rd lowest college career completion percentage of any quarterback selected in the first round, only behind Kyle Bowler and Jake Locker. So you can't deny that, right? You can't deny that. But you look at it and you're like, all right, what was he doing at Florida? What was he being asked to do? He didn't start. It was COVID. I don't know. You make excuses all you want. But the point is, this is the year that Colts fans have to see it, and they want to see it. And it's like, all right, here we go. So I love this too. Just as a side note, the most important non-QB, and let me know your thoughts in the comments on this one. Michael Pittman, year 5 wide receiver. Since arriving in Indianapolis, a 3rd-round pick in 2020, he has led the Colts in catches, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. And he's like sneaky. So not being a Colts fan and like watching day in and day out, Pittman is a guy that just keeps standing out. It's like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And so to get a 3-year, $70 million extension this offseason totally makes sense. So Michael Pittman, you got the quarterback, you got the coach. I mean, that was pretty clear last year. Like, all right, this coach, this looks good. And so when saying that, if you talk about the coach, you've got the quarterback. Now there's like players like, all right, there's certain players that need to step up and break out in training camp. And let's take a look at those. So, and you let me know, Colts fans. I'm just going to pick a couple that I know, but or that for me kind of stands out. So, Jelani Woods. Woods was my prime breakout candidate last year. And this comes from SB Nation. A massive tight end. As a rookie, he showed plenty of flashes. And tight end is a position that usually takes some time in the NFL. The breakout did not materialize because Jelani missed the entire year with hamstring issues, but now seems fully recovered. Again, here we go, right? 6'7". Now you got your tight end. Now you got Michael Pittman. Now you've got your quarterback, your coach. Need you. Another one that's interesting. Nick Cross, safety. The safety position right now looks a little bleak at the moment. The secondary as a whole, it's just kind of like, well, okay, come on. If the Colts don't bring any outside competition, I think Cross is relatively easy and has the tools to become a solid starter. Now, he has to step up, right? So if they don't bring anybody in and Cross doesn't step up, it's like, oh man, this is really bad. So again, keep an eye on Cross. I love that one. Another one is Blake Freeland, tackle. So Freeland was the main backup to Braden Smith when Braden Smith was injured, and the veteran tackle is already dealing with some minor injuries here and there before training camp. So there's a decent chance that Freeland ends up playing near 8 games again this upcoming season. Don't get me wrong, Blake was bad at times last year, but that is to be expected of a rookie who should improve next year, perhaps establish himself as Smith's replacement long term. So I bring this guy up because these are all guys that if you want to improve, everyone looks at the new people, the rookies, the free agents. What about these guys going from first year to second year to third year? Those are the development pieces that have to be there. So Blake Freeland is perfect example. He was bad at times last season, but can you find a tackle to step up and be something that you need? Be depth piece, be a starter. Like those are all the really important pieces when you talk about a 53-man roster. You got to have those guys step up. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, if you have not subscribed to our channel, we would love you to subscribe. Anthony Richardson. I mean, he's the one. He's the straw that stirs the drink, the tip of the spear. He's everything. Come on, Anthony Richardson. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.